Hey, it's James, and we're back. And we had a pretty good week last week, which was awesome. We're over the $1,000 mark for profit and loss. Again, this figure just represents all the bets I've shown here on stream. So, own balance might be a little different, but yeah, we're just being generous and including the ones that we show on stream. So that includes every bet per game. And you'll see in the bets that I'm about to show, it's also going to include the bonus bet. So if you miss one game by one leg, you get a bonus bet. Use that for the next one. And if that goes over, then that's what I've been preaching this whole time. So I think that only happens once this week, and actually hasn't happened in a while. But yeah, we're over $1,000, so it's looking good. Let's go over the bets from last week. So Thursday, that was Adelaide Rich. Oh, I complained about this on stream, on video last week because I was recording on Friday and I've lost and missed by one. So we could have been up like another $150 or something with that one. So not to be, but this is the first example. So this leg fails. We get a bonus bet because Vlosten missed by fucking one posi. So everyone was great. Daniel Rioli, he just wants the footy. He'll always run for it, make space. He's so quick. Tim Taranto was like free money in his first game back, so I don't think he'll have the same value for 20 plus. And Luke Nankervis, dude, he gets like 28 posies or something ridiculous, kills it off half back, and yeah, so now his odds have just, he's super cheap, or compared to what he used to be, but we'll still consider him. Because he's hit in his last 10 games. He's only missed because he was sub. But yeah, I love these players that I bet on, but sometimes I just wish they would tone it down a notch. I hate it when they just have a blinder and then their odds are fucked for next week. Anyway, so remember, we got a bonus bet out of this one. We didn't win, but we used that bonus bet down here, the little sneaky one, for the exact same thing. So I've used the bonus bet on the exact same bet that I did for the main one, and this one was great. Jasper Fletcher, I don't know how close you guys follow these games sometimes compared to what I do, but I have eyes for the people I'm betting on. And there was a point, I think it was like the second or the third quarter, where Jasper Fletcher had like another kick or a handball, and it wasn't added on the stat sheet. And I was like, I took like a photo of all the times it happened. I'm like, we're just going to fucking lose because someone missed a stat on him. But I think once it was the third quarter, his posies did go up another click. So that was good. But I was like, holy fuck, if he just doesn't make it because someone didn't count his stats. So yeah, he was down a posi for like a whole quarter until it was adjusted. But he hit bang on 15, which was great. He's fantastic on the wing. He's the type of player I love to bet after a miss. Not that confident on just after when he hits. I feel like he'll get 14, 15 tonight, but yeah, I haven't included him tonight, but we'll keep going. Josh Dunkley for 20 was great. He just missed 25, so remember that. Kai Lohman, we got so lucky. He had a couple of shots missed, but Joe Danaher gave him a cheapie in the goal square, and I was like, thank fuck. So Kai Lohman, we got bailed out. That was great. And Darcy Wilmot has just been fantastic ever since he's come in. So that one got us up huge. The next game was the Hawthorn GWS. Oh, this sucked. Ginnivan, I have been so freaking keen on, but I'm still keen on him, but Hawks have been playing great, and you notice on all the footy shows, they're highlighting like Ginnivan and McDonald and all that, just running up the ground. I'm watching it like, stop running up the ground, stay in the forward 50 and get a goal. But I feel like, yeah, he'll bounce back. Hawthorn are playing good, so he'll hit. Toby Green was fine to, although he missed. I think he got like 14, so he was just close. He had the helmet on for like the second half or last quarter or something. I only came back to watch that last half or quarter. Brett Daniels was fine. Did not even have to worry about him. He was looking great. So anyway, we didn't get the bonus bet for this one. Moving on to West Coast North. This bet was as good as gone, right? If anyone else was watching in the third quarter, Jake Waterman hadn't kicked a goal. He was on 0 goals going into the fourth quarter. He kicks 3 in the last, and the bet is back on. I was like, what the fuck? So Jai Simkin was home at like halftime. He was $1.50, and I don't know what he's going to... I think he was like $1.10 or less than that this week. So good thing we got him when we did. Wardlaw, he was on 2 posies at quarter time, but if you were watching the game, he was on the bench for like 11, 12 minutes. So I was not worried. I would like him back out there, but I think he was just caught and couldn't get back on the ground. So after he was able to get back on and just go through his regular rotation, he was fine. LDU was probably best on ground for that game, or maybe Jai Simpkin, but LDU was fantastic. This game, I did not watch at all, and thank fuck, I was at a mate's place. I was checking the scores every so often, and I'm like, what is going on with Took Miller? He was on 3 posies at halftime. I'm like, does he have no legs, no hands? What is going on? How is he not touching the footy? Yeah, but apparently just tagged by a Windhager, which got up. So, yeah, and Riley Bonner's missed again. That's 2 times in a row now, and both games have been now that Hunter Clark's back. So, yeah, Riley Bonner was like 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, and as soon as we bet on him, he's missed and missed. So, Mitch Owens missed the week before, and he missed this week, so I'm very keen on him for a goal this week. Actually, no, he's playing Brisbane this week. Fuck him. No, I'm not betting on him for a goal this week. There's a little bit of bias in that. Next game, the Sydney-Geelong game. I highlighted Justin McInerney for 20 posies, but I was too much of a pussy to do it. I'm like, I'm just going to be safe and go for 15. He was $1.20 for 15, and just seeing him get the footy, I'm like, oh, I should have backed myself and gone for 20 plus. He was great. Sydney were just fantastic. Goulden had his own footy. Sometimes I was worried going into that game. The talk was like, yeah, Blitzarves is going to have a roll on Goulden. He's going to be tagging him on the wing. I'm like, oh, well, fuck, this is no good. What tag? Goulden still did his own thing, had the footy. That was fantastic. Brad Close, I don't think he kicked his goal in that, like, opening quarter. You know where Geelong, like, kicked 5 goals? Or, I don't know. They kicked a bunch. He kicked it later, I'm pretty sure. God, my memory's bad. I did watch this game. But Brad Close has been great value for a goal, so we just keep riding him until he goes too short or, like, he misses a lot. But, yeah, players like that, Brad Close, Riley West, well, Kyle Lohman to an extent, we only just got on him, but players who are just over $1.40 who just keep delivering. It's great. Was this the second last game? Essendon Carlton. This game was great. Nick Martin. Sometimes it worries me because someone who's playing like half forward, I don't like having 20, let alone 25 posies. So, but he runs so well, Nick Martin. But yeah, I know he was playing around the ground, half back and went half forward and all that. So yeah, he was great. George Hewitt was he like the most touches for Carlton, or was it DeConing in the end? Anyway, I'm glad we jumped on him after he missed the last 2 weeks. I was still confident George Hewitt can get the footy, and he did. Adam Sard as well was great. But I tell you what, when you guys watch that, I'm pretty sure Adam Sard, I don't have off the top of my head. Let me look at it right now. His kick-ins or kick-outs, whatever you call them. Carlton, here we go. Adam Sard. Okay, so is that how many times he played on? This drives me insane. So Adam Sard had 5 kickouts, right? He's kicking them out every time Essendon kick a point. He only played on 1 time. So that sometimes worries me. He'll get the ball, he's kicking out, just nonchalant. Yeah, I'll just kick it to you. Yeah, just fucking get out of the square. Give me that posse. So yeah, I didn't realize it was that bad. So he had 5 kickouts and only played on from 1. Anyway, he's still hit. He's getting lots of the footy, which is great. But damn, he could get 20 plus if he's just getting out of the square. That's the only concern there for Adam Sard. Was that? No, we got one more game. Oh, that's right, this one. Collingwood, Melbourne. Dude, Tom Sparrow was on 7 posies in the first quarter. I'm just counting the money. I'm like, yeah, this one's done. We're safe. We're home. How do you play, like, what did he end up on? Was it 12 or 13? Or how do you then play, like, an hour and a half of footy and touch it 5 times after that? I'm pretty sure he got no posies in the second, like 1 in the third. What happened? I didn't watch this game. I was at work because I'm in Brisbane. Didn't get the public holiday. But Bowie was good. Maynard was good. Again, I didn't watch this game, so I can't tell. And the other bet I provided, I'm including both of these bets, mind you, in the thing. So I've taken off $100 out of the weekly profit because I recommended these 2 bets in the YouTube community section, which again, I always recommend you look. If there's a game on Thursday night or something and there's no video, look in the YouTube community section. I'm pretty sure I've only missed like 1 game this whole year where I haven't provided bets, and that was when I was traveling. So yeah, I'm including these 2 bets. If you don't see a video, there'll be something in the YouTube community section. And actually, speaking of, while I'm talking about that, there is like frick all value for the what game is the North Collingwood game. Awful to bet on. So I actually haven't done a bet for that this week, but I might update something in the YouTube community section if I have time on the Sunday morning. So that's a recap. That's a little bit of the notes. Let's go into the betting for this week. Look, I've got a new little setup. I got stuff all around me, so hopefully this works and it's easy to see. Wait, why is it on Adelaide, Sydney? Oops. Let's scroll up to Brisbane, St Kilda. Okay, I'm going to this game tonight. So you can probably tell. Let's get into my bet straight away. Charlie Cameron for 2, Berry for 20, Dunkley for 25. Josh Dunkley missed by 1 posie last week. Jared Berry, 9 out of 10. He's averaging 23 posies. He goes not like under. From a Brisbane fan, like he's been popping off this year. Berry's been one of those whipping boys. Like, oh fuck Berry, drop Berry. I've always liked Berry. He has been absolutely just killing it this year. So yeah, I really like him. He's only missed this year was 18 posi, so he was 2 off for $1.40. That's fantastic. And again, Josh Dunkley missed. Charlie Cameron, he missed last week. He didn't kick a goal, and I just feel like he's going to kick one tonight. I just feel like I'm going to be hearing Country Road twice. And out of all the other options here, I would much rather Charlie Cameron to kick 2, be there barracking for Charlie to kick 2. So that's a little bit of Brisbane Lions bias in that one. But if we go through the rest of it, Hunter Clark, his first 2 games back, he's got like 17, 18 posies. It's so crazy that I just remember these disposals off the top of my head. So yeah, he's been good, and I think that's what's impacting Riley Bonner. I've still highlighted him, but just I'm avoiding. Windhager will be tagging Neil. He'll be around the ball. And 10 out of 10, like he's popping off. He's averaging 20 posies, so he'll find the ball. I like Darcy Wilson. Any other time I would back him. He missed his last 2. Like otherwise he was just smashing it. He's missed his last 2, and I just don't want to watch and barrack for Darcy Wilson tonight. So anyway, same with Liam Henry. I loved Liam Henry like the back end of last year and the start of this year. He got injured. And then as soon as he came back, his first game back, not cited. Ever since like then, he's picked it up, and now I think he's hit his last 3. Liam Henry is back in form. Again, I'm going to avoid. And Jasper Fletcher, who we got last week, who always teeters on 15 posies, he is like, what do you call the range? Like, you know, where some players will hit like 20 posies, and then they'll hit 8. Jasper Fletcher is just 15, 16, 14, 13, 15. He is so consistent. So we got him last week. He hit. It's hard. I reckon he'll hit, but there's just another part of me where it's like, I would rather Josh Dunkley, who missed. Now I'm thinking about that. I do like Fletcher, especially for $1.60 playing on the wing there. Yeah, I'm very tempted by Fletcher. Maybe I've got 2 bonus bets from. Oh yeah, so that the Melbourne Collingwood game, I got 2 bonus bets. One from Ladbrokes, one from Ned's. I might do another one involving Jasper Fletcher with the bonus bet. Even though I always recommend just to do your bonus bet here, or even shorter value, because that again, that's not free money. The bonus bets, that's money that you've lost and you need to get back. So anyway, Riley Bonner has been. Again, I haven't watched any St Kilda games. I can't tell, but just flagging that. Jared Berry, who I spoke of before, is just killing it. Paddy Dow, he had a great run at Carlton for his back half of the year. Come back and just been fantastic for Saints. I know he missed a bit of footy, but yeah, I think he only has missed 20 once this year for St Kilda. And he got like 15 for his first game or something. But yeah, he's doing great. His odds for 15 are now gone, $1.10. So I think we bet on him twice for 15 plus, but yeah, can't really do that anymore. Josh Dunkley, who I liked, missed by 1 posi, another really consistent player who'll all just hit or just miss. Lockie Neal will probably get tagged. Dane Zorko, you know how I've been speaking about consistency for Dunkley and Fletcher? Dane Zorko is the opposite. Dane Zorko will have 40 posies one week or 14 the next. So I kind of hate that. inconsistency. Anyway, Charlie, who I've highlighted, he's $1.70 for 2 goals. I'm very tempted, especially after he missed last week. He kicked 5, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Anyway, he's only hit 2 goals. I think it was 3 out of 10, so not that often. But I think he's definitely going to kick one tonight after missing last week, and I'm going to be there cheering for that second goal, so I'm very keen. Logan Morris hasn't missed ever since he debuted this year. Kyle Lohman got a cheapie. He could have technically missed, so thank God Joe gave him a cheapie in the goal square, but like I said, he could have easily missed. Could have missed. I was like, what the hell have I written? Could have missed. Mitch Owens missed last week, but I don't want to. I recommend, but I don't want to. And Caminiti as well, averaging a goal a game, and $1.57 is great value. All right, so now let's move on to Bulldogs Freo. Look at this. Awesome. Okay, Jager O'Meara. Oh, actually, let's update my bet. Should I go through my bet before everyone else? Oh, okay. So let's go through the 15 posies first. Jack McRae, who I actually haven't highlighted because I always try and avoid $1.20 or less. But this is like one of those, I was really tempted to get Jack McRae again for $1.20. He missed 3 weeks ago. He missed 2 weeks ago. He hit last week, bang on. I think he got 20. But again, it's just that half forward role, and Ed Richards is back, Lib is back. I'm just like, I just can't do him for 20, but I'll do him for 15. Plus, that got me to just a nice value of $3. So without Jack McRae, we were like $2.60, $2.80, or $2.70, whatever. Anyway, O'Meara has been good as well. Just careful of his injury concern. Like, I think he came out of the game for a little bit last week with like a knee or... It's so crazy. I watch these games and then I just forget what happens. But I did see him come out of the game. It's that game last week, Freo and Melbourne, absolute pumping. Who the fuck is going to sit there and watch that? Except anyone who's got money on it. You guys who probably had the same bet as me, Brayshaw needed 25 posies and he got his 25th with like 50 seconds to go. No one else cared about that game except people who had money on it. Anyway, so O'Meara has been great. His misses wait, what is that? A possible injury concern. But what is O'Meara? I can have a quick look now. Oh, excuse that. Spell Jager. 26, 19, 16, 17, 20. Yeah, his last month plus of footy has been great. So, yeah, that's someone to consider. And I'm confident backing. Good value. Their average isn't as great because they had a couple of sub games to start the year. So they're in good form now. I like Tim English. He's very consistent, but just up against Sean Darcy and Luke Jackson, I'm like, I bet on Darcy Cameron against Max Gawn last week, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to back on a ruckman to get posies when they're versing, good ruckman. So I'm just going to leave that. Riley Sanders, he always hits 15 if he's not subbed. Like, I'm pretty sure, can't be bothered looking for it again. Yeah, every game he's not subbed, I think he's almost got 20 posies if he's not subbed. Averaging 18.9. I've taken out the games where he started sub because it's unfair if he just comes in for a quarter and gets a couple of touches. I'm not going to count those. But if he's playing a full game of footy, he's getting 15 posies. So he was a lock for me, Riley Sanders. All right, moving on. Ed Richards is back. He did have a stint in the midfield. I don't know what's going on with Bevo. Who's going to play there? Bont will play up forward if he gets tagged. I assume Bont's in the mid. Libba's there. I don't know. Ed Richards was great off halfback, but I'm highlighting him. He's going to touch the footy. I don't really want to back him. Jack McRae highlighted, but I've gone the easier option, gone for 15. Brayshaw has been very consistent, and he just hit last week. So again, that could almost be counted as like a miss. If he got 24, I think he'll bounce back. He's always just been great, and Sarong is always way too short, but Brayshaw is great value. Follow him. Riley West, he's finally below $1.30. I think this is the first time this year he's below $1.30. So I like him. I had a bet when I was playing around with this that included Riley West, but I think I just would rather Jack McRae for 15. Super safe, just to get me that over the $3. Because I'm very confident in the other legs. It was just a Jack McRae or Riley West. But yeah, that's my game. That's my bet for this one. Bailey Banfield missed, so yeah, just another one I recommend there. Let's go to Richmond Hawthorn. Scroll down to that one. Richmond Hawthorn. Bet 3. Game 3. Oh yeah. So again, just straight up, we're including Nick Vlosten. Nick Vlosten, who missed last week, and I got to back him until he hits. He's missed the last 2 weeks by 1 posi every time. I have to get him. Jack Graham, he's hit every game this year except that injury game. So again, he's been fantastic. Jack Ginnivan missed last week, and I feel like at the MCG, big crowd, Dusty's 300th, he's going to kick one. Oh, you know what's crazy? Look at the goal scorer markets. Dustin Martin is $1.10 for a goal. He's hit 5 out of 10. Like, what the I mean, look, sure, he's probably going to kick one for his 300th. But man, I'm not doing that for $1.10. That's insane. Who was our last leg? Jai Newcomb. Oh, he also missed last week, and he's someone who gets a lot of the footy. Yeah, because there's no value in Will Day. Everyone's frothing over Will Day. But yeah, I'd rather go Jai Newcomb for Hawthorn instead. Thomas Dow, just been great. I was tossing up between the two, but I would rather Jack Graham, who's hit every game, and he still hits when Taranto and other people in the side there. Dylan Moore's had 2 big games. I usually like Moore after a miss. That's why I've left him, and I'd rather go Vlosten, who just missed. Jarman Impey, good value. Oh, Dan Rioli. I don't know. Sometimes I look at him and like he runs and he does so well, but he just looks like he's exhausted a lot of the time. Maybe it's just me. Sicily's in good form too. Someone I really like. I think, yeah, hit their last 5 games. And to start the year, I was really questioning whether I was going to bet on Sicily this year. He was struggling to hit 20, but he's picked up the pace. Doing a lot better now. No value for 25 plus, in my opinion. And the goals. How's Noah Cumberland giving away that free kick? But he kicked the goal. That's all I care about. He can do whatever he wants. Oh, and Richmond won that game. I tipped Richmond last week. I didn't bet on him, but I tipped on him. So that was good. Kal Shadir, he has, I'm pretty sure, yeah, could get subbed off, but only missed once this year. So he's been subbed off 3 times this year, but he's kicked a goal in every game but 1. And Luke Bruce, who has started sub, he's been subbed so many times this year. He's $1.22. I'd much rather Kal Shadir for $1.40. But out of those, I'd rather Ginnivan, who missed last week. And I feel like there'll be some high free kick, you know, in the forward 50, the crowd's going to be booing, Ginnivan's going to kick one. I feel it, especially after he missed in Tassie last week. All right, that was quick. The Adelaide-Sydney game. I like that one. Go to that, see what we've got. Adelaide-Sydney. 15. So Brodie Grundy, already to start off, great value. Averaging almost 20 posies, 10 out of 10. Surely will destroy O'Brien. Like, I don't know what Adelaide were doing, just not playing O'Brien, and I forget the other guy's name. Glad he played a game, but unlucky he's injured. Luke Nankervis, I spoke about, his value is just gone. He's been over like $1.50 or $1.45, and now it's $1.26. I'm trying not to let that sway me, because like I said with Joe Danaher like a couple of weeks ago, I have that internal betting value in my head. I see Luke Nankervis as like over $1.40. So even though I usually like $1.26, I'm used to seeing him much better value. So I'm still going to back him, because I'm pretty sure the only game he missed this year was a sub game, or he started sub, or sometimes I'll include the sub games if they've played most of the game. But I don't include the ones where they play like 10 minutes or a quarter, or if they got subbed off, injury, something straight away. Anyway, Isaac Heaney is actually, I mean, I've highlighted him because that's not bad value for someone who's averaging 26. Mitch Hinge, I love him, takes a lot of kickouts. I got him in Supercoach, so I got my own interest in him. Oh yeah, so I've included Luke Nankervis and Brodie Grundy. Even though I just spoke about Luke Nankervis, I'm still going to back him, absolutely killing it. Errol Goulden, even apparently with a Blitzarv's tag, yeah, he still gets almost 40 posies, so $1.36 for Goulden. He's the swan I'm going to follow. I hope Chad Warner and Heaney get like 20, low 20s. I want Goulden to be the one who's getting 30 plus. Anyway, so Hayden McLean missed last week. Big boy. He has had a scoring shot in every game this year, except 2. One was like earlier in the year, and the other one was last week. he will come back. He'll have scoring shots. Let's just hope it's a goal. I'm confident in Hayden McLean. Ben Keys has missed the last two, but I swear he just never gets used. So I'm just not going with Ben Keys. Lockie Scholl I've highlighted for value, but you know, it's against Sydney, so I don't really want to be going against an obscure, you know, goal scorer for Adelaide when I feel like Sydney will pump them by 10 goals. Good and also good value, but again, happy with this bet. We're at $3.60, anywhere between $3 and $4. I'm super happy with. Oh, the Sunday games. Here we go. So North, Collingwood. Oh, these games are shit for a punting point of view. There is no value. There's a couple, but not enough to get a bet that I like. I don't have a bet for this game yet. I tried like LDU, John Noble, and who are the goal scorers? Harvey Harrison, who got last week. Eddie Ford, who he's been great, good battler. I know he's used as sub a lot, but he will still most likely kick one. But there's 1, 2, 3. I only have 4 players highlighted. I mean, yeah, I could go Maynard $1.19, but I don't know. This one was rough. So I might try and post another one for Sunday, but at this stage, there was no bet I could come up with. And even when I include players like Maynard or Luke Davis-Uniacke, there's like 2 that I like, and then I'm really struggling to get that value up to like even over like $2.50. I'm like, there's nothing that I really like that's screaming off the page for this one. So there's the form guide. Plus, it's missing a bunch of players anyway. The Sunday games are awful because they never update it until like the day before. Darcy Cameron for 15 plus is someone I wanted to look out for because he missed last week, even though Cherry's in good form. But yeah, it's just a bunch of players that are missing and nothing I can really do because I don't know the odds because the Ladbrokes don't update their stuff. All right, last game, which is GWS Port. I don't have any more of those same game refund token things, and I don't want to bet on Ladbrokes just yet because I want to save my refund for the first game, the North Collingwood game. So I actually haven't. No, what? Already currently. Oh, wait, that's that one. Yeah, okay. So I haven't actually done that bet yet, but this is something I was looking at. But already it's getting to 5 legs, and I'm like, oh. I was tempted if I take like Burgoyne out, it goes to $3 or. But yeah, 5 legs is usually a bit much for me. But Burgoyne has been averaging 20 disposals in his last 2 months. So just getting so much of the footy. That's why I was like hard to take him out. Toby Green, who missed last week. Brett Daniels just smashing. I could take him out if I had to, but you know, he's not doing anything wrong. It's just to try and keep my the leg short. Dan Houston as well. Just nothing else really to say about Houston. He'll get a lot of the footy, especially probably against GWS at their home ground. Surely GWS show something. Their last month or two has been pretty crap. They got Kelly back. That's right. Yeah, they might show something a bit better. Butters missed his last 2. I think he'll turn it around. Connor Rose's back, but dude, after that game where he came back against North Melbourne, I'm going to stay off him for a bit. Yeah, he had a great start to the year, but I just want to see him play solid footy with no injury concern, because fuck me, he wasn't anything near it in that North game a couple of weeks ago. And there's no... do I have a goal scorer? No, I've talked about all those. There's no Charlie Dixon, so my favourite is Mitch Georgiades. You know, Todd Marshall might, but I don't know, I feel more confident with Georgiades. Callum Brown, Darcy Byrne-Jones, all missed last week. And Soldo, I got to highlight him again. Someone who's $2, who's more than a coin flip. I like Soldo, so because like a ruckman like that, he covers so much of the ground. There will be opportunities where, I assume Finlayson's playing, but someone will relieve him from his ruck duties for a little bit. He'll go sit up forward, or there could be like some sort of free on the wing, and he'll run in, present a marking option. I'm pretty sure as well he kicked like his goal. He just crumbed something and kicked it. So anyway, I like Soldo. Don't know if I'll be that confident to include him, or if I include Soldo and then go really conservative options 2 and 3 to make a all right same game multi. But yeah, if I include someone like that, I need really secure other options. But anyway, I'm not even that sold on this bet either. So this one, I just might have to do a whole update on the Sunday games in the community section. Yeah. I'm kind of confident on this one, but again, I just don't have one of those bonus tokens. So yeah, that's all the bets then for this week, and that's the bets from last week. I'll turn off. Anyway, we're freaking smashing it. Over $1,000 now, which I'm super happy about. Like the first month or so, damn, that was rough. Like my own personal betting, I was like negative, but yeah, now it's yeah, it's looking pretty good. Because yeah, I'll always do a couple more bets sometimes than the ones I show on stream, but mostly it's like sort of double downing on the same ones that I show. So anyway, yeah, my bet for tonight. Hopefully this video gets up and helps you guys by then. But yeah, also I might try and rebrand the channel. So instead of just calling my channel James, which was like from my Twitch, I'm gonna call it something else and update that. I know I said I was gonna do that a while ago, but hopefully have the time this weekend to do it. Anyway, good luck guys, enjoy your weekend, and peace.